The United States says it's tracking a surveillance balloon that's been spotted high over the state of Montana. The Pentagon says it suspects it's Chinese, but has not confirmed its origin. Meanwhile, China has warned against speculation and what it called hype until the facts are established.
When a Montana resident spotted this object hovering for over 30 minutes in the skies above his home, he had no idea what it was.
I was actually at work and I was getting ready to leave for the day. And just a few minutes earlier, I'd seen some news reports of some airspace restrictions here in Billings. And so I thought that was a little suspicious. And I was looking out the window like I normally do, and I just happened to spot it out of the corner of my eye.
U.S. defense officials say a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon has been traveling over the country for several days, including over sensitive military sites. Not deeming it to be particularly dangerous and not wanting to harm people on the ground, they chose not to shoot it down. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is set to make a rare visit to China in a few days. Responding to the incident, Beijing warned against speculation.
China is a responsible country and has always strictly abided by international laws, and China has no intention to violate the territory and airspace of any sovereign countries. As for the balloon, we are looking into and verifying the situation and hope that both sides can handle this together calmly and carefully.
Meanwhile, Canada says it is also tracking the balloon and monitoring what it calls a potential second incident.
We can now go live to Ian Chong, International Relations and Security Expert at the NUS National University in Singapore. We've heard from a senior US defense official who told reporters that this is clearly a surveillance balloon. Can you tell us a bit more about what this balloon actually looks like, what's in it, how high it is, how big it is? Any more details?
So we don't have many details from the U.S. Defense Department. What we do know is that it's flying in the stratosphere, which is above commercial traffic. The size is supposed to be something around 3 buses, but I mean, those details are scant. We don't even know what kind of surveillance it does. These sorts of balloons can do anything from imagery to sensory stuff to electronic intelligence to collecting air samples, but there's no detail, so we don't know what exactly this particular balloon does. Although these are the range of possibilities that balloons like it might be able to do.
But there is said to be equipment in that balloon which could be dangerous to people if it were to be shot down.
Right, that has to do with debris. So if the balloon was shot down, basically there'll be an explosion and there'll be a debris field that would spread across a wide area. It's not possible to control where the debris falls in any precise manner. It could fall on people, it could fall on property, causing injury, damage, possibly even death.
OK, this senior official also told reporters that there's no doubt that this is Chinese. What information do you have there?
So that's what the U.S. Defense Department has put out. There's no reason to believe that they are fabricating anything, but there's no way to independently corroborate this at this point in time. The Canadian Ministry of Defense said they've been tracking it, but that's basically all we have at this point in time. The Chinese, interestingly, haven't denied it. They've called for calm and not for speculation, but if they were adamant that it wasn't them, they could have also just denied it flat out, but they have not done that.
What do you think this all means for Chinese-US relations?
So certainly it puts complications on the upcoming Blinken visit to China. If the visit goes on, it will certainly be an area of discussion. We've seen the House Republicans call for the Blinken visit to be put off. So the timing of this particular balloon being put across to the U.S. is very curious. It comes at a time when the Chinese too want to talk to the U.S. So why they've decided to do this, if it is indeed them, it becomes very, very odd, right? There's no clear-cut explanation.
And Ian, just tell me, this isn't the first time that this has happened, is it?
Right. So there have been reports that it's happened before, but certainly this is the first time that the U.S. government has made it public. How many times before? In what form? All that has not been made public previously.
Ian Chong in Singapore, thank you very much for the analysis there.